thanks for slithering in. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Symtherin, and we're here with another speed build in The Sims 4, and it's actually another challenge for the builder game. So we are on week 5. This challenge is called Puzzlin Shops. As you can see, we're here putting a bunch of pieces together to try and make it work. And in just a second, we're gonna leave Henford on Bagley, which is where we're at now. And here, we're in Brindleton Bay because I did not want to work on a giant lot. So, if you're with me on those giant lots and you don't have the patience for them sometimes, hit that like button. You know, don't be shy, do it. And subscribe if you haven't already, because we've got a lot more fun building in store. Also, comment today's question, because I'm gonna try this new thing. I kind of introduced it last week but didn't talk about it. I want to give you guys a question of the day, or of the video, because it's just one day a week where I'm uploading. But anyway, today's question is, what is your favorite community lot type in The Sims 4? Whether it's, what do you like to travel to when you're doing gameplay? What's your favorite to build, if any? I'm going to be honest, I don't build many community lots, but I want to do more. And I think that was part of, well, I don't think, I know that that was part of this week's challenge. So as I mentioned, this week in the builder games, the title of our challenge was Puzzlin Shops. And I guess that's pretty fitting because we were giving all these shapes. We had to put them together like a puzzle, which I love puzzles, but these puzzle challenges in The Sims 4 are no joke. Like, these, they're such weird shapes, okay? But I think we made it work. Earlier you saw me trying to make a little gazebo moment work, but stairs and round rooms don't get along. Much like a lot of things in round rooms, they don't get along. So there we have it. But also, what was part of this challenge is that the build had to be a community lot of some sort. It could have been library, cafe, park, whatever you name it. I think on the gallery I set this to cafe, but there's actually a few things you can do here. There is a cafe, there is a witchy shop, because, you know, Halloween's over, but I'm still in a witchy mood, so I still wanted to put that little, you know, little hint there. And then over in this corner right now, we're putting a little playground park for the kiddies, which I think would be fun because you can do a lot of family gameplay here. There is only one chess table, but there's definitely room to make more if you want. You can get rid of some of the tables outside. There is also a restaurant, and yeah, you can fish because we have this lovely little pond here that I'm going to fill up with ducks, and I think just ducks because there's 2 different kinds of ducks, right? I didn't put any swans. I didn't want this to be like super classy. I wanted it to be like just a chill place, you know, like a little park but with extra stuff, if that makes sense. Right now we are working on some landscaping and trying to figure kind of the vibe. Since we are still in the builder games, I still have a theme to kind of follow. I am on the red team, so I'm trying to bring in those red tones with the roofing, with the playground equipment there, the flowers, and even the flooring. That flooring from Jungle Adventure is probably one of my favorites. And not just in that swatch, but like all the swatches. They're gorgeous. Top tier flooring. Speaking of color, we did get 2 announcements, or I guess 1 announcement with 2 kits coming up November 10th. So that's about 5 days from now, if you're watching this video when it comes out. We are getting, okay, first the color. We're getting a pastel kit, which I am pretty excited for. I've actually been enjoying playing with colors a little more recently in the game, and there's something with the pinks. And I'm not a huge fan of pink, but And I've mentioned this before many times, but in the game it just kind of works and I kind of dig it. So there's that. And then, but wait, okay, how long have I been asking for a clutter kit? I think when kits were first announced, I was like, ooh, this would be cool. I want a clutter kit. And we are finally getting it. I mean, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Hanukkah. I am so stinking excited. And I'm already trying to think of what rooms to build and what I'm going to use with all the items, because all the items look so cool and I'm going to use them all the time. Sorry, I talk a little faster when I'm getting excited. But I really feel like this clutter kit that we're going to get is going to be much like the Blooming Rooms kit, where I literally can't not use it in any build. But let me stop talking about that because I'm making a stage right now. I didn't know what to do with this weird room. I couldn't change the walls, so I couldn't really knock them down, but I could put spandrels. And I placed this room in a weird spot where it doesn't really connect well with the others. So I opened it up and I thought, hey, this would be a cool place for like little small concerts, maybe some speeches or tiny ceremonies, I guess. But mostly probably music, maybe like some local bands or kind of that thing. Or even, shoot, your Sims can come here and make some money when you're playing like Rags to Riches. You can even do that up on the giant round circle room, which I put a sip and paint kind of thing up there. I know we can't really do that in The Sims 4, but I don't know where you guys are at, but where I'm at, we do have a few places where you can go paint, but also drink some wine. And I've always wanted to do it. It's still on my bucket list. And I just thought that would be a cool thing to have here. So up in that room, you're going to see there's a bar and a whole ton of easels. I don't know if it's functional. You might have to delete some, and I'm so sorry. Okay, so here the stage is pretty much built, and now I'm just trying to figure out how I want to arrange the furniture. I definitely wanted some benches kind of facing the stage so that, you know, Sims can sit and watch, but then I thought, oh, maybe they can eat and watch. And then I was like, oh, I don't like the layout. And I'm trying to think of Sims walking around, because it is a community lot, so Sims are going to be walking around, which is a funny thing. So I set the lot to a cafe, and there's only like, it's a tiny cafe. I probably should have set it as a restaurant or a lounge or something. But when I did the video tour at the end of this video, I thought it'd be a good idea. Here I am setting it to cafe, because I thought I was like, yeah, that works. So I'm doing the video tour, I'm filming it, so I thought I'd do it with a whole bunch of Sims on the lot, right? Like, see the community lot in action and how cool. And the whole build was pretty empty except for the small cafe, because, you know, it's a cafe lot. And I guess I could have stopped and just change the lot type to make it better, but if you don't know, I can be pretty lazy sometimes, and at the time, that felt like a lot of work. Like, so much work just to stop recording and then re-record everything, and I was like, you know what, it's fine. The Simmers out there, y'all get it. Y'all know how it is. So, yeah. Which is great, because I think there's a lot of funny things the Sims are doing in this video tour. I have a kid making a mess just in the middle of the place, and then as soon as he's done making the mess, he starts cleaning it up, and I'm like, huh, okay. And then we have a pregnant waitress walking around. I think a Sim randomly watching TV. I don't know why she was, but everyone's in the cafe. But I don't know, overall I think I like how this turned out. And yeah, we are now in the restaurant, which I wanted it to kind of feel a little fancy, but also not super fancy. Does that make sense? I didn't want it to be like your burger joint, but I wanted it to be a little classy. I'm trying to think of a restaurant that I'm thinking of. Maybe an Olive Garden? I don't know. I mean, is that fancy? That's not that fancy. But they have really good breadsticks. Not a sponsor, but they're so good. But here we are arranging tables. I thought for a second maybe we can fit a booth in here. But the space is definitely really way too tight. It's way too tight. So under the stairs there, I end up making a space for some storage because there wasn't much room in the kitchen area that I made. And then, which, when I go upstairs, I realized that maybe I should have used the bathroom upstairs as the kitchen and the bathroom that the kitchen's in down here as, or the kitchen as the bathroom. Does that make sense? I feel like I'm all over the place, but we're upstairs. We have more seating and a giant bathroom, which I guess worked out. I don't know. There's also a tower on this side of the build, but where I placed it, I could not put a ladder to get up there. So let's just kind of pretend that that is also some extra storage space. Okay, cool. At this point in the build, I realized that the Sims team moved that curtain rod that came with the Desert Lux kit. I, for the life of me, could not find where it was. It was usually right there at the top of the curtains menu, right? Because I'm not crazy. And then I eventually found it because, you know, I sorted by the packs and things. But why would they put it in wall decor? It's for curtains. I don't think I'll ever understand it. I think I saw someone else tweet that too, and I still can't wrap my head around it. Anyway, we are here in the bathroom, and it's a pretty decent bathroom. You got 2 toilet stalls, 2 sinks, nothing fancy. Community lots are tough for me because there's really no need to clutter them up too much. Because you don't really want a lived-in look in a restaurant, you know? Like, it's got to be clean and presentable and look like food safety happens here, you know? Like, nothing out of the ordinary. So, I think that's why I don't do community lot builds very often. And then here we're going to work on this weird round room. Do I keep most of it in? That's a question, because these round walls were giving me lots of issues where in order to place things or change anything, I had to really zoom in. And I think I tried to cut most of this out, but if the camera starts jumping around, just know that I'm super sorry. So see here, like, I had to really zoom in. Now we are in the paint and sip room. I wanted to use that rug, but didn't really have the space for it. I was excited though because I did choose to use the Journey to Batu bar, and I've never gotten to use it before, and I was really excited because I love Journey to Batu. The items in that pack are just so cool. I've done some of the gameplay. Actually, there's a short Let's Play. I never finished it. I don't even think I still have the save file, so even if I wanted to pick it up again, I couldn't. But there is a Journey to Batu Let's Play on my channel. Is it like 3 or 4 episodes long? I don't know. It was very early on. It's like 2 years ago when I did it, when I first started the channel. So yeah, if you're interested in checking it out, you can. And please don't judge me. It is very cringy. I actually watched a speed build from 2 years ago randomly. I was like, I'm just gonna click on this and watch it. And I was like, oh my god, this is so different from what I just put out last week. And like, but in a good way. And you really never know. I even posted this on Twitter. You never really know how far you've come until you like take that step back and really look, and you're like, Oh, wow. That's interesting. There's a little bit of growth here. So, like, granted, yes, I did recently get a new mic, like, within the last few months or so. So that has a lot to do with it. But I don't know. I thought that was kind of cool to see. Anyway, here is the cafe where everyone hangs out. Like, look how tiny it is. But there were so many Sims in here. You're gonna see. I did end up putting a bookcase in here because I thought you can sip on your tea or your coffee, eat your scones while you sink into a good book, because that's cozy. I freaking love cozy vibes, okay? I even have a room challenge going on, the hashtag Sims Cozy Challenge, over on Instagram, celebrating a milestone I recently hit over there. So if you're not following me on any socials, go do it, okay? Please follow me. Yay, thank you. Okay, we're picking out some lighting, and pretty soon I think we're gonna head up into the Witchy Shop. I didn't really name any of these like little mini businesses, so you can pretty much be creative if you'd like. I don't know. But what else is going on, guys? I hope you are having an awesome week. I hope you guys had a great Halloween. That's another question I want to ask you. I have a build that was meant for the spooky season. I haven't quite finished it because I started it when I got sick early October, or was it mid-October? Either way, I got sick, I never finished it, and then I had the builders games and deadlines for the collab that I shared last week, so I never really got around to it. I really want to finish it though, because I really liked how it was coming out. And do you guys think sharing that sometime in November would be weird? I guess, I mean, it's still fall, and vampires don't die in the winter, right? Spoiler alert, it's a home for a vampire. So I think I'm going to try and finish that up and share that with you guys soon. If you're interested, if you're like, hell no, I don't want to see any vampire homes, not right now, save it for next year, let me know, because I will, because then that's a build I'll have ready for next year. And I never pre-record anything. Literally, you're seeing this video on Saturday morning, and I am doing the voiceover Friday night. I wish I could be more organized like my friend Sierra. Hey Sierra, because she records so far in advance. I just watched one of her videos for her Rebuilding Willow Creek series, and she recorded that back in September. It's November. Girl, you crazy. Anyway, go check out Sierra. I will make sure all her information is down in the description below. That's it for the video. So if you liked it, give it a big thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and ring the bell. All these things really help me out, and I really appreciate it, and I appreciate each and every one of you. I hope you're doing fantastic, and I hope you enjoy the tour. Till next time, friends. Bye-bye.